Hi everyone, it's Donna again from Smokin'Licious, and today we're going to be featuring a special recipe for our upcoming Super Bowl. So today's recipe is going to feature the ever-present avocado. This is a highly nutritional fruit. It is loaded with more potassium than a banana, and it has 8 essential amino acids. So one avocado in your cereal in the morning or on toast or even on your sandwiches at lunchtime is a great source of nutritional value. We're going to be taking this and making a wood-fired guacamole. And guacamole is a Mexican term referring to a special diced dip. And it's one of my favorite things to prepare because it is so easy and it's so flavorful. So for us, we're going to, of course, put our little spin on it by making these wood-fired avocados. But know that any recipe we present to you from Smokin'Licious, you can feel free to just do the recipe. You don't have to do the grilling or smoking technique to it. So for now, let's get ready to go into the avocado and get these ready to wood fire on the grill with our special wood chip custom flavoring. Okay, so we're outdoors today, and as you can see, we are in the dead of our winter. So we are competing with a bit of snow today, and that means we're not going to light up the full grill today. We're going to do a short technique for our avocados just to bring some wood-fired flavor to them and just tenderize them a little bit. So we're going to be using our chimney starter as our grill today. So I've loaded it up with some charcoal, hardwood charcoal, and after it has been lit and is burned down a bit, we'll be adding some of our wood chips. And again, we're using our Bry blend, and this is customized for fish, vegetables, and fruit, so it is ideal. And after putting the chips on, we'll be ready to apply our avocado. So the only other thing you're going to need for this technique is just, if you have a small grill grate, perfect to put on your chimney starter. If you don't, a foil pan will work just fine. Anything that's inexpensive like a pie plate or even a piece of aluminum foil. So for now, we're going to get our lump hardwood charcoal started. And again, you can use a fire starter or you can go directly on the charcoal. We're going to see if ours will light today without a fire starter. Okay, and once that's ignited, you're going to leave that and let that start to burn down. We want it just to be at the hot, cold stage, not at full flame. So we'll be back in a few minutes to take a look at our charcoal and be ready to apply our avocado. So we're back with our avocados, and I'm going to show you how you prepare the avocados for the grill because it's really simple. So avocados are one of those fruits that is a pretty hard exterior. When you pick an avocado from the market, you're going to want to try to get something that's dependent on when you're doing your recipe. If your avocados are really firm, that means they're not going to be really ripe enough for you to use for a recipe right away. Avocado is one of those fruits that ripens when it's been picked from the tree, much like a banana. So it's best to get something that may be a little firmer that you can ripen for a day or two on your kitchen counter before you make the recipe. So I'm going to just quickly show you how you get the avocado started using a sharp knife. And remember, whenever you're holding the knife, make sure your thumb and your forefinger are on the blade first. Then you can wrap the rest of your fingers around. We're going to use the tip to start our cut. So once you've started the cut, you're just going to rotate the avocado, being very careful with your hand, and just bring it all the way around. Now there's one stem top where it attaches to the tree, and that is going to be the part that's going to have a little bit more give to it. Once you've split it, you can put your knife in, and sometimes I'll use the blade and sometimes I'll actually turn it and use the spine so that I'm not cutting into the flesh. But just get it deep enough so that you can insert your fingers and then pull the two halves apart. Now you'll see there's kind of like a heart center around the avocado. By taking your knife, and you can loosen the seed a little bit with just the knife tip. But the key to really getting it out is taking the blade and just slicing right into it. Then you'll just manipulate the knife to loosen up that seed. And if you've got a pretty ripe avocado, you're going to find when you strike it, it's going to pop right out. If you've got one like me that's got a little bit more firmness to it, you may have to manipulate off of one end to just get it to release from the internal flesh. It'll then pop out and you'll be ready to go. So any pieces that fall out, just drop them into the little well, and that will just stay on the grill just fine. So next up, we're going to go back out to our grill area, and we're going to get these ready to go on our grill grate. They're only going to take about 15 to 20 minutes. And again, a lot of that's going to be dependent on your temperature. Now, we're pretty cold today, so we will see if we are going to be able to get away with about 15 to 20 minutes. It might take slightly longer. But for now, let's collect our avocados. And let's get back out to the grill. We're back at the grill, and as you can see, my charcoal is pretty much grayed over. I do have a little bit of black left, and that's just fine. I have a low enough flame, and I'm far enough down in my chimney starter. Now remember, I only used about a half a chimney starter full of charcoal because this isn't going to take that long, so you don't need to fill it completely up. So now we're going to just take our bride blend of chips, custom blended for perfect flavoring for our avocado, and we're going to just put some chips on. Remember, these are going to instantly start to flame up. That's the benefit of a chip. And this is going to be what adds that extra little flavor. So I'm just putting a couple of handfuls, and then I'll go ahead and put my grill grate on. Now I usually allow that just to sit for a couple of minutes because you're going to see that the chips will instantly start to stimulate some more flame. If the flame gets to be too much for you, you can merely move your charcoal around a little bit. And again, key whenever you're working at the grill is to make sure you have a set of hot gloves. So I'll let that burn down just a little bit. And I make sure that it's kind of evened out so that we won't have any hot spot when we're all done. Once it's done, I'm going to start to heat up my grill grate. And then we'll be placing our avocados flesh side down. So I'm going to start on the perimeter of our chimney starter because we don't really need a lot of heat on these, and there's enough radiating from the rest of the chimney starter. And remember to keep a glove on because you've got to balance the weight of the avocados. And then shift it around as you need to. And that's why we use a little grate. We want to make sure that we can get something that will just hold a small amount. And that's it. That's our setup. So we'll be back to see these all wood-fired in about 15 minutes. So we're back at the kitchen table, and we have just removed our avocados from the grill. And you'll see that they have now wood-fired. They have tenderized. You can see where they're nice and soft, and we'll be able to scoop them out. So let's review what you're going to need for this recipe to make guacamole. So first we have 3 avocados that we've split in half and removed the seeds and then put on the grill. You're also going to need some type of pepper. Now you have to make a decision about your guacamole if you want it to be on the spicy side or you want it to be just a nice creamy texture without any heat. I'm electing to go with a bit of heat, so I'm using a serrano pepper. You can judge that based on your guests and how spicy they like their food. And I'm using a pretty good amount of pepper. I tend to like it a little bit more strong. You'll also need 1/4 of an onion. I am electing to use a shallot today because I like the mild flavor of a shallot. But you can use a regular onion. Just use 1/4. And if you're using a shallot, it should be a smaller shallot. I've also taken 1 clove of garlic and I have finely grated that. It's almost to a mince. Then I also have a little bit of kosher salt and some fresh cilantro. Now cilantro is one of those herbs that is known in Mexican cuisine, and it's a popular herb here in the United States as well. We really like our cilantro. It's a very fresh herb to use. And then you'll also need 1 lime, and this is just for the juice only. So we're going to start by taking our avocados, and we're going to scoop out all of the fruit meat. And avocados are one of those fruits that you'll see can come out pretty whole. So you know, when you use these on sandwiches or in a toast to make an avocado toast in the morning, they get very soft once they ripen more and more. And if you cook them, they soften down as well. So you're just going to scoop out all of the skins. And I'm going to use today my mortar and pestle, but know that you can use a food processor or a blender for this stage. Just be careful not to over blend. You have to also decide at what level you like your guacamole. Guacamole is known in Mexico for being on the chunky side, and that means that you want to be able to taste all of the flavors. So you don't want to necessarily make this too fine. It's not a smoothie, so just make sure that you don't over process. And then all these little bits of our wood-fired just add that great extra flavor and texture to the finished guacamole. So I've taken my 6 halves, removed all the meat, and you can just compost your shells. And then to this, we're going to add the rest of our ingredients. And you pretty much want to start to process with your mortar at least the avocado stage. And you'll see how quickly it just pulverizes. It's just one of those nice fruits. It's like banana. It's pretty soft on the inside. So once you get a level of smooth texture to the avocado, you can start to add the other ingredients. So first thing in is going to be my shallot or onion. And just mix that a little bit. Next in will be the garlic. And anything that's got a bigger chunk, just make sure that you really press with the mortar. And you can just smell all the great wood-fired flavor on the avocado. Next in is our pepper. And my pepper was in an adobe sauce, so it's why it's got such a dark, deep color. I actually like that adds an extra layer of flavor to it. And that will actually be where you start to see a change. Now, I prefer to do a reddish colored pepper just for the added coloring. But know that you can use a sweet green pepper if you like, even a yellow sweet. And then we're going to put in a little bit of our salt, not too much. I would say that's a good pinch. And I'm just checking to make sure that my flavors are getting blended well. I'm not going to have any bites that are going to contain all garlic or all onion. And then we're going to take our lime. And remember, always roll your citrus before you cut it. And that's to allow for the most juice to render from it. And then we're just going to go ahead and squeeze that in. And my lime was on the small side, so I'm going to use both halves. And you just want to make sure that you don't see any super large chunks. And you can see I've gone from my mortar to a spoon. Back of a spoon works great too. Oh, the smell. We've got a new cameraman too, by the way. So Mike will be with us today. And then our final ingredient. Now I don't want to use all of my fresh cilantro. I want to use the majority of it. but I'm going to add that in, and I'm going to reserve a little bit. And the reason for that is I want to be able to flake some over the top with a little bit of paprika. And really the cilantro is what makes it. So if you can get fresh, please do that. If you can't, sometimes you can find it as a dry ingredient. It's pretty hard to locate dry. It's mostly a fresh sold item. Okay, now I've got one more chunk here of avocado that I want to make sure is processed down. Now, when you go to restaurants that are Mexican in the United States, oftentimes authentic restaurants, and even some of our franchise restaurants, when you sit down with your menus, they serve you a bowl of guacamole, a bowl of salsa, and a basket of chips. And this is what you start off a good Mexican meal with. What do you think, Mike? Look pretty good?
Looks good.
Okay, so that is the basis of our recipe. What I'm going to do now is we'll be back after I've put this into a nice bowl, and I'll show you how we serve our guacamole. So we're back. We have taken our finished recipe of the guacamole and we have plated it. Now, guacamole is one of those dishes that's pretty hearty. Because avocado is nutritionally valued, it also, though, is something that is pretty filling. And that's why people usually eat it for breakfast when they break fasting. So I'm going to just finish off my guacamole with just some more fresh cilantro. So just a sprinkling right over the top. And then I like to add a little bit more color by just adding a little bit of paprika. Now, know that the paprika can come in many flavors. It can be smoked. You can get different varieties, Hungarian, Spanish, whatever you want to use is fine, but that'll just add a little bit more depth to the flavor. And then for serving it, now, the other thing that guacamole is very popular for is a Mexican or Spanish-styled event called Cinco de Mayo. So you'll oftentimes see this served at that time as well with some other traditional dishes. But this is most definitely a party favorite when you do our Super Bowl party or you're getting together for a sports event. Guacamole is one of those things that's usually served. And as I said, alongside with salsa, some people like to do salsa. So one of the key ingredients that is served with is what's called a corn chip or tortilla chip. Now these again are Mexican influence. They're usually made of a stone ground corn. Can be yellow or white. Sometimes they even use black corns. And these are just a nice snack item. A lot of people just like to eat them just as is, but they're perfect with guacamole. And we usually aren't this fancy, but you know, honestly, just for the camera's sake, we usually just dip directly into the item. But I know that there are people that get concerned about people double dipping after they've eaten, so they usually put a serving utensil out. But you just simply can dip it in, spread it on, and then this is the perfect party snack. Let's just give it a taste for it today. Oh, wow. I'll tell you that smoked avocado just comes out instantly, but it's so well balanced by the combination of the onion and the cilantro, and that lime juice just pop right out. It is just perfect. You get a little taste of heat if you put the pepper in, so just know that once you have chewed it up, swallowed it, you're going to taste that pepper heat, but it is really scrumptious. So this is our suggestion to you for that next party event. So next time, if you can get a hold of some avocado, some fresh cilantro, lime juice, give this a shot. It's our wood-fired smoked guacamole, and it's served alongside our chips, but feel free to put it on vegetables as well if you want to remain in the healthy strain. But this is Donna from the United States of America with Mike, wishing you good times during the coming months. Thanks for joining us.